Oh, how's it, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Just plain old welcome if this is your first visit. Silver melting and pouring of silver maple leaves. Yep, I'm melting some silver very soon. After setting up a new pouring studio outside, I will be ready to do some melting. Yay! Maybe I'll play some face melting Y&T music in the background while I'm doing it. But not film it because I don't want to break any copyright infringement rules, right? Well, I'm going to practice on some silver shot that I've had for years. This has a story. It's a stupid story. I never believed it, but it was basically thrown in on a trade that I made with a fellow that I did quite a bit of silver and gold trading with for non-silver and gold stuff. Okay, so this is an interesting little letter. Silver certificate nugget from 1968 as approved by the Secretary of the Treasury June 4th, 1963. Public Law 88.36. May be secured only by presenting in person one silver certificate to United States Assay Office 115, Herman Street, San Francisco, California, at the monetary value of 1.292 per fine troy ounce before June 24th, 1968. Very nice. What does it say at the very end? Very nice nugget item. So yeah, I think that's a fascinating story. That's when people were BSing me. That's what I would always say. I'd say, "Oh, that's a fascinating story," but I think there's a little tarnish involved there. I'm going to weigh out a gram, melt the daylights out of it, and see how it turns out without possibly adding some borax a little bit to it to maybe clean that up. But this will be my, well, there's 5.9 grams there, so I might have 4 or 5 experiments before I move on to some other silver. But as far as I see, so I am planning on turning some 4/9 fine Canadian silver into itsy bitsy 1 gram milk bone biscuit shaped, sized, probably thinner than this. It's pretty thick actually, but take this, stick it in some sand after I've had some practice, then get some stamping tools so I can put some marks on the back, maybe a gram or 2 gram, I don't know. Let's see what works or doesn't work, and if that doesn't work, I've got this little gizmo. I can do that. I'm going to learn the fancy sand casting silver punk type sand, and I saw someone using cast iron pans to make their molds in. Very cool for sand casting. I got to get some of that sand. I've got some I think it's called a dadami. It's a Japanese bonsai clay soil for bonsai plants. I dabble in bonsai, specialize in Malabar chestnuts. I ought to start selling some of those things too, man. They really come dear at Home Depot. So let me see what I got and what I might still need. I'm thinking I might need a respirator, but I don't know for sure. I've got an older 3M mask that I've used when I spray paint or use Placidip in cleaning real dusty places. Maybe a blacksmith apron. That would be cool. I don't know if it's necessary, and if it's not, I'm probably going to skip it. An anvil. Wow. Man, I'd love to have an anvil. Probably overkill. Probably don't need that. Definitely going to need more of these little mini ceramic dishes. Maybe different sizes. That's either, I think that's I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a 1 ounce. But I'm going to only be starting with grams and weighed out grams. Where'd that little bag go? Yeah, there it is. Weighed out grams. I'm going to start out with that kind of stuff. Silver first. Eventually I'll get to the gold. And then eventually I'll get to this 1/2 ounce of 24 karat with them spooky eyes. Abigail Van Adams. Or maybe not Van, but yeah, nice looking coin. I've got it. I have too many of them because nobody likes them. And that's 24 karat. after I've practiced on something like this. But silver first, and so, you know, and eventually a propane forge. I'm thinking it's not absolutely necessary, but I know myself, and I'm going to want to probably venture into either something easier, safer, more controlled, and then quite possibly start fiddling with copper, stuff like that. I'm not very artistic, as you can tell, but sometimes I got a lot of time on my hands. So as far as you know, I've got the fancy what you call it, this benzomatic fancy creator tool, torch holding gizmo that you hook up to map gas. This is the only cylinder they had at the time when I bought this, but I checked yesterday when I got some cement to try to build up a pouring station. Couldn't find any fire brick, but I got some termite brick. Kind of looks similar, and I'm hoping it'll work. I'm not sure how necessary that is. I've got all kinds of cement block around here. Got my I have borax somewhere, but I don't have to look for it, although this is the time of year that I would be looking for it, because this brings our winter, rainy season. It brings ants, little red biting suckers, and sometimes some big black ones, but this is enough for this little bag will probably outlive me, no matter how much I pour. I got some tips from my Crucible kit sales company. Got some leather gloves, I stack gloves, so I've probably got another 5 pair just like this. I bought them. These are probably, I don't know, these are old. I got them a long time ago, but never really worn out the gloves that I'm still using. So I got the little, I'll probably get some more of these, maybe with some shapes, maybe round. Oh, this is a nice what do you call it, like a bolt cutter type thing. That'll come in handy. Some eye protection. I'm going to have to wear these over my eyeglasses because I can't see very well. I never wore glasses till I was in my 40s. Got me a magic wand made out of graphite. It probably has something to do with like getting in there and stirring stuff around, or maybe dipping out some slag. So this I've attached to the tongs already. I'm going to season that with some borax. Now, so into what am I going to make? Oh, you already showed you the milk bone idea. I like that. I like dogs. I love dogs. And the bull terrier idea. I like bull terriers. I love bull terriers. I had them for, wow, since 1986. So to make swag to send out in lieu of stickers, because I don't have stickers, probably be cheaper to do stickers, but I don't care about that. I'm more into the enjoyment part. So would I use these little silver, this is 1/10 of an ounce, the Golden State Mint. Now I have 3 pre-65 dimes, but I have almost a whole tube of these, and they're made by the Golden State Mint. I probably got these maybe 2013, 14, 12, after the price had fallen, after it went crazy high. I just had good dumb luck timing on that. These things, now I don't know what their purity is because it doesn't say it on it. And there are not too many milk spots on that. And I've got a bunch of these, and I'll be able to pick out only those. I'm only going to use those that have, you know, I'm going to go by the worst milk spotted one, and then the next worst, and so on and so forth. I don't know how many of these things I'm going to go through. I'm expecting to do at least, well, I don't know. And then so that's the Philharmonics, and then I got a bunch of these milky maples, and that one's got more of a milk haze. See the halo around the queen, who's not wearing a crown or a tiara, and then there's a milk spot down there, and that's kind of a milk smudge. Yeah, but look at this, 499999. So that's going to be nice, and so I'll practice on the grams. I'll practice. I'll probably melt a couple of these just for a video, and then graduate to either Philharmonics or the Maples. Oh, look at that! I can get them both up there. The Milk Spot Hall of Fame, and I'm still working on Milk Spot premiums. Pay more for the authentication. You don't need a pocket pinger. Got Milk Spots? Yeah. But apparently Milk Spots are being found on other non-Canadian and Austrian sovereign. Oh wow, that's a neat difference between the... I forget whose video I was watching, but they really like the smooth part of this versus the reeded edge. That's about it, folks. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I'm forgetting about? Leave something in the comments. Any safety precautions you might think I should be paying attention to. Well, that's it for this episode. I don't know how many minutes I've gone because I've got it in landscape and my fancy tripod holder is hiding the time. So I'm going to make this real quick. So before we meet again, stay safe and watch your six. And don't forget, get what you can, when you can, where you can, while you still can, at the best price you can, without neglecting other priorities, investments, and obligations. So until the next time, all right then.